Yes, boxing fans, Ian Mathias for Mathias Unboxing here. Today, the fight we're looking at, Katie Taylor defending her 4 belts against NATASHA JONAS. A little bit different from the normal predictions. It's not only going to be myself. After recent discussions on Twitter, I've been joined by @BoxingMadness1. He's going to break down how NATASHA JONAS wins the fight, and I'll let you know how Katie Taylor's going to win the fight. But before we get into the breakdown of the fight, the tail of the tape. Firstly, the challenger from Liverpool, NATASHA JONAS. She's 36. She's the bigger lady at 5'8". She fights out with a southpaw stance. She has 9 wins, 7 by KO, 1 loss and a draw. And the undisputed champion, hailing from Ireland, Katie Taylor. 17 wins, 6 by KO, 5'5", 34 years of age. And she is defending her WBC, WBA, IBF and WBO belts. She is the undisputed champion. Now firstly, NATASHA JONAS, I'm going to hand over to @BoxingMadness1. He'll run you through NATASHA JONAS. This was recorded a few weeks back, but here he is.
Well, on Friday we received the announcement that we'd probably all been waiting for and known that was going to happen, that Tasha Jonas would take on Katie Taylor on May the 1st on the Derek Chisora v Joseph Parker undercard. Chief support, I believe. For me, there's only one fight on that card that's well worth watching, and this is it. Tasha v Katie Taylor. What an absolute barnstorm of a fight this is going to be. I am absolutely buzzing. It's nothing or less that Tasha deserves after the fight that she had with Terri Harper. We all believed, majority of people believed, that Tasha actually took that win, but didn't get the decision. But on this fight coming up, a lot of people tend to think that Katie's just going to walk over Tasha and that Tasha's basically got no chance whatsoever in this fight. Well, if you take the amateur situation that they've both been involved in and the fight there, that was 9 years ago, and I don't believe Tasha got an absolute hiding in that particular fight. I believe that obviously things have changed in their careers. I think Tasha's a lot better than what she were on the amateurs. Katie Taylor, what can you say about Katie? That already been said. An absolute fantastic ambassador for women's boxing. One of the most, probably, should I say, the best pound for pound fighter in women's boxing today. Okay, some will argue that Clarissa Shields is the number one. We can argue all that, but the point being is how does Tasha win this fight? Well, for me, Tasha's got to make this fight awful. She's got to be rugged. She's got to be strong. She's got to try and fight from on the inside. Nullify Katie's speed. Try and set little traps for Katie so that she can't use the footwork and the speed that she's got. So that's how I think Tasha will win this fight. But I also think the biggest punch that Tasha's going to have in this fight is the uppercut. When I looked at Persoon and Katie Taylor, when they both fought, Persoon had the right idea, and that was to rush her, to make Katie be in a position where she couldn't dictate the fight in and out with the footwork, speed. If you can get on Katie, then you can make things happen for yourself because she's no longer in control. And believe you me, when Tasha hits with venom. So don't be surprised if well, I won't be surprised, but I know many out there aren't giving Tasha much of a chance. That's fine. You know, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but I believe that Tasha's got the best chance possible going into this fight because I don't think Katie's improving. I think when I've looked at all the fights previously, she can be hit now, can Katie? And she's obviously got a lot of miles on the clock with some really hard, rugged fights that she's been in. So I think that Tasha's got the best possible chance of taking this win. And I just want to wish both the fighters all the very best. And let's just see where we go from there, because I know there's people out there going to say that I'm biased and that, obviously I know that if Tasha were up against King Kong, I'd probably say that Tasha would win. But that's what you do when you get behind somebody. You generally, you back them. And I honestly believe that Tasha's going to come out a win on this with a knockout within the late rounds. So there you go. That's my take on it. I hope I've explained how she's going to win this fight by making the fight high pace, rugged. Make Katie feel that she's going to be, she can't pull off the footwork. I think I think Tasha's a better inside fighter as well than what Katie Taylor is. Katie likes to work from range. She likes to come in and pop out, and I think Tasha will get inside and she'll go to work.
A massive thanks for Wayne for doing that. I know he's very eager to promote the fight. So Wayne, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that, and hopefully we can do something again in the future. But anyway, moving on to Katie Taylor now. I do not see this being as an easy fight for Katie Taylor. I do agree with Wayne. I do think she is aging. I do think she is slowing down. She's been involved in several wars, and I think she is starting to slow down. But I do think she's just a little bit above NATASHA Jonas. I think she'll be able to hit and not be hit to stages. I think the Delfine Persoon fights have put her in really, really good stead. NATASHA Jonas does not put on as much pressure as that. If Katie Taylor can deal with Persoon's pressure, then I believe that she can deal with the pressure brought on by Jonas. Do I think that the southpaw stance will cause her some problems? No, I don't. I think with her amateur career, I think that Katie will be able to negate that and have no problem with that. When she fought Persoon, she did have a 30% accuracy on her punches landed, and I think she'll be able to do the same. Tasha was in a very, very good fight herself against Terri Harper last time out. She's stepping up in weight, which I think will have a big impact as well. If Tasha is going to win, she needs to make it an inside fight, but I believe that Katie will be able to negate that. Her footwork and her skill will make it work. She'll be able to get in and out, hitting Tasha regularly. What would make this interesting is if Tasha can walk through Katie's punches. I don't think that will happen. I think as obviously the Terri Harper fight was a hard, grueling fight for her, I think that would have taken something out of her as well. So I don't think the girls will be as fresh as they were in their last fight. Persoon definitely would have taken something out of Taylor, and I believe that Harper would have taken something out of NATASHA Jonas. This is a really, really excellent fight. I think it's probably the best fight on the card. NATASHA is a lovely person. I've actually got to interact with a smidge on Twitter, and I think she's just absolutely lovely. So I'd like to see her win a world title, but unfortunately I don't think it'll be against Katie Taylor. So my prediction, Katie Taylor, points win. You're looking at 97 to 93. Okay, so that wraps it up for me. I wanted Wayne to get the main points across there, and I think you've done an excellent job. Guys, if you're enjoying everything, we're getting close to the 200 subscribers. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. And I've been Ian Matthias from Matthias in Boxing, in association with Southwest Boxing Media. Thank you very much.